Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and we know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via Amazon, DHL, UPS, United States Postal Service, my wife Angie, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings, and a whole lot more. And we also take a look at the news of the week that interests me and probably interests you, and we wrap it all up in a ball, and we call it weekly purchases. So it's that time of the week. Let's do it. Let's get into it. But we always start weekly purchases looking back to what we talked about, what videos were on the channel this week. And guys, it was a record-breaking amount of videos. So much stuff has hit in the last couple of weeks. Hence, a lot of videos to do. So I've been working hard. I have a stacks of stuff. I could have no new figures and I could just do videos probably for the rest of my life at this point. We got so much stuff building up, some stuff I really want to get to. I just haven't got to yet. I've put 4 videos out some days. I try to mix it up. I give a little Star Wars, a little Marvel, a little wrestling, maybe something else. I try to mix it up because I know not everybody watches every single video out there, but I know there's some of you guys that do, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching out there. And if you're new to the channel, hey, might as well subscribe. No better time than now. Give the old thumbs up, retweet, share, all that kind of fun stuff. You guys know the drill by this point, but let's jump into the videos this week. I did do, and we'll talk about it much more in weekly purchases here, but I did do a video on backing the new generation ring. We got good news on Friday, and like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a bit. But I did do a video on that. I think it's still pertinent. There's still time to back the ring. If you missed it, you missed Macho Man. But if you still want to back it, there's a lot of pros and cons in that video, and I think it was an okay video. I slapped it together pretty quick, but I used a lot of my business sense through the years and things that worked with this, things that didn't work with this, and I'm hoping constant learning, constant challenges is how this kind of went, but constant learning, constant improvement is the hope with Mattel here. Hopefully they take notes, they take lessons. Hey, maybe they watched my video, who knows? But hopefully they take all that and make it much better the next time, and I have to think a company like Mattel, next go around they try something like this, it'll be even better. So I would assume look for that about this time next year. They'll probably have the second crowdfunding. So get your guesses out and get ready for that to wind up again a year from now, I would say. But I did do a video on Back in the Ring. Of course, on Friday I did my figure hunting video. It's a Friday staple here on the channel. A lot of fun this week, hunting down the legends, hunting for all kinds of stuff out there. We're always on the road hunting, so check out the figure hunting video, the daily Star Wars video. Not the most popular videos on the channel, I know it's not for everybody, but I've set out a quest to do a video every single day, and I never give up. I never give up in my life, and I'm not giving up doing my daily Star Wars video until the Guinness Book of World Records come here and visit me and give me that certificate. It's been the boyhood dream since I was a little boy to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. This is my chance. This is my in. So Star Wars videos. We unboxed a Marvel Legends Surtur. You guys know I love a big figure, a giant Marvel Legends figure. We unboxed him on the channel this week. We did Elite 87 as well. Slowly. We didn't do them every day. Kind of mixed them in with some other stuff, but we're still working our way through it as of this video. But Elite 87 will be finishing up on the channel this week, so be on the lookout for that one. Legends DDP from the Target exclusive wave, Series 10, I believe that was. Online only at this point. We unboxed DDP on the channel. Sergeant Slaughter San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, as a lot of people commented on the video, but I don't know if they watched the video. They kept saying, well, when's it shipping? When's it shipping? Well, it's shipping in September, so mark that down. Sometime in September, you will have your Sergeant Slaughter, but we unboxed that, reviewed that, did a lot of comparisons to other G.I. Joe, wrestling figures, all kinds of stuff. So check out that video. I think there was a lot of stuff that maybe other people haven't shown you about the San Diego Comic-Con Sergeant Slaughter, so check that video out. Kyle Peterson top 5 list continues this week. Every single Thursday, I'm doing a different top 5 list. I always hear it. Believe me, I see all the comments out there. Do top 5 Undertaker. Do top 5 John Cena. Some of those guys are beyond a top 5. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, those guys have had so many figures over the years. I don't know if you could do justice to a top 5. So we will do those as special top 10s. We're working our way to 9,000 subscribers on the channel. Once we hit 9,000 subscribers, we got about 500 to go, I'd say. We're going to do the top 10 Hulk Hogan figures of all time. Then once we get to that magical 10,000 subscribers, you guys back the new gen ring, back the channel. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers. Let's put it in action. Retweet this post. Let's get those subscribers flowing. Once we get to 10,000, we're going to do some giveaways. We might do a Q&A of some kind, maybe. We'll do something crazy. But then we're also going to do a top 10 countdown of the Ultimate Warrior. So be prepared for that. That is going to be probably my favorite video I'll ever do. Top 10 Ultimate Warrior figures once we hit 10,000 subscribers. Then after that, the top 5 list will probably be top 5 a lot of times, but certain key guys will do top 10. So be prepared for that. So top 5 Lex Luger figure this week. We also talked ProFigures.com, Jack's Classic Superstars exclusives, the forgotten company akin to Ringside back in the day. So a lot of discussion about back in the day when there was Ringside Collectibles and there was ProFigures.com. A little history lesson for some of you guys out there. And I know a lot of you guys enjoy the Jack's Classic Superstars videos. Some of my favorite videos to do as well. We also did brand new G.I. Joe Classified Roadblock, Amazon exclusive. I could not wait to get my hands on that one. Couldn't wait to unbox him, so we got after that. And finally this week on the channel, like I said, it was a busy week on the channel, we unboxed the entire Marvel Legends Ursa Major wave. Build the Bear was what it was about, and I absolutely love that Ursa Major Build-A-Figure. Definitely check out those videos. At least check out the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure in the rankings. That's a sleeper set, and I'm not the biggest Iron Man guy in the world, but that is a true sleeper set out there. So very, very cool. A lot going on the channel, a lot to come this week. Stuff you'll see in the unboxings. Videos next week will be some of the weekly purchases this week, as it usually works. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, tell a friend. Let's get those subscribers going. Let's get up to 10,000. Let's do some giveaways. Let's do some other stuff. But we got to get there first. So there you go, cheap plug. Now let's get down to it. Let's talk about some of the news this week. And I think the biggest news piece this week, especially if you're in the wrestling figure game, like all of us are, most of us out there are, was the new generation ring from MattelCreations.com. Back the ring in search of 5,000. As we knew through Friday, late night Friday, the ring, it's still going. It's still going. We're still reaching for that Doink the Clown, but we needed 5,000 to back the ring. We needed 5,000 tonight. If you wanted the Macho Man Randy Savage announcer desk exclusive, I went into it in a lot of detail on that new generation ring. Like I said, I think everybody should check that video out, especially if you want kind of pros and cons, a little bit of business knowledge, and everything that goes along with that. So definitely check that video out. But we did hit 5,000 on Friday afternoon. I can't believe it. It's amazing, the surge. I'm not taking all the credit for it, but there was a lot of podcasts out there, a lot of YouTube channels, stuff like that with the community, pleading with the community. I wasn't going to go so far as to, get on my knees and beg people. I did tell everybody it was a good investment, but like everything I always say, you got to vote with your wallet, and that's what you guys seem to have done. I've heard there's many people out there that are buying 2 or 3 of these to flip later. Hey, whatever it takes to get there. I just hope, though, when these start shipping, everybody has an extra 1 or 2 they're trying to flip. They're all flipping at the same time. Well, what's going to happen then is people are going to say, I'm going to buy whoever's selling it the lowest. And there's going to be some desperate people out there that, Mattel's had their $225 for a full year. Now they have this, oh boy, I could really use that $225 back. There'll probably be people selling at cost right away. So some of those long gamers out there, you might be able to get a chance though. But think about this, and one thing I didn't really bring up in the video out there, I don't know where it's going to end. Like I said, I'm filming this late Friday afternoon. We've crossed 5,000. Let's say we get to 5,500 today. I mean, hopefully it's more than that, but let's say we do. That's as many Macho Man figures as there's going to be. This will probably be the rarest Mattel wrestling figure of all time that was, available. I think that's pretty fair. I'm off the top of my head right now. Has there been anything rarer than 5,500? I don't think so. So in Macho Man, he's one of the big 3. We talked about it in that video. So that is going to be an extremely rare figure. You think of some of these AEW Chase figures and stuff like that. I mean, they have a limit of 5,000 now on those. Those go for a couple $100. Well, this is a Macho Man, one of the most iconic, some would say the most iconic wrestler of all time. You're definitely going to make some money. You might not make it right away when they start shipping, but I truly think this ring is one of those long games. Yes, you're going to have to wait a year for it to ship to you. My recommendation, wait another year after that if you can sit on it that long, because there's going to be so many new collectors over the next couple of years. And like I said, the market will be flooded when those do first come out. People will have their chance to get it back at cost, I have a feeling, because there's going to be a lot of desperate people out there. And by the looks of it, it feels like everybody's bought 2 or 3 of these things, myself included. So, long gamers, you might be able to shine in about 2 years trying to sell yours. That's just my guess. But who knows? Things change all the time. But I do feel it was a good investment. You'll definitely, at worst, get your money back. I got to think you'll be able to make some money on the backside as well. So, kudos to everybody. It seemed like one community got around it. I talked in that video. There was a lot of negativity around it too, which was weird. If you don't want to back it, don't back it. But why try to talk anybody out of backing it? That just seemed very, very strange, but just really cool. I'm anxious to see what this opens up for the future. I hope, like I said earlier, they learned a lot of lessons. They took a lot of notes from this. What worked, what did not work, what the fan community wanted. Is this is for the hardcore collectors out there, and this new generation ring, as cool as it is, the online collectors is a niche. Wrestling collectors that are online is a niche. Wrestling collectors that are online that want new generation is a niche. I mean, you're getting down, 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 and we saw that. So I don't know. I don't know what the next one will be. I would love to see, my example that I came up off the top of my head was a Bash of the Beach 3-pack NWO, creation of the NWO 3-pack Ultimate Editions. Something like that. I think that's where you should have dipped your toes in the water first. We knew that would be a slam dunk. Everybody would want that. It's a great start. It tells the bigwigs up there at Mattel that, hey, there is a market for this, and then you go from there. What will be next? I have no idea. I would love to see Night of the Skywalkers. I don't think in a million years that'll ever happen. Give us a scaffold. I just don't think that's happening. But I'm hoping next time it's not so much of an arena type setup. I hope it is more figure based. I'd rather just have figures. Give us a group of figures. Something cool around that. I don't need any more rings in my collection, I can tell you that much. I know Steve was on a few podcasts out there from Mattel talking about maybe it would be ring skirts. It would be, wrestlers or whatever, maybe a new entrance. Maybe we get that SmackDown fist and then you get some SmackDown ring skirts or something to make that ring, because that ring shouldn't be one and done. We should be able to repurpose that for other things, change the mats out, change the ring skirts out and stuff like that. But, now I got to say too is the march to 7,000. I'm guessing by Saturday afternoon when this video drops, we're not at 7,000. You have till the 22nd of August to back this. Unfortunately, I don't see anybody really backing this after Saturday. I don't know why you would, unless you didn't know about it or something like that happened. Why would you back and not get that Macho Man? If you were going to back it, you would have found a way to get that Macho Man and announcers tables and everything. So I do think wherever Friday night ends, there'll be a few more that happen, but I hope we're very close to 7,000. The closer to 7,000, the better after Friday, because there'll be a few people that sneak in. There'll be a few that get through. But I would love the Doink the Clown, as you guys would as well. You paid your money. It would be like getting a Doink the Clown for free after. So we would really love that. I think there's no possible way we get to the 8,000 with the ring skirts. I just don't see that happening. But boy, wouldn't Doink the Clown be cool at this point, where we thought we wouldn't even get the project, to now maybe there's a chance at Doink. There's a lot to love about it. But like I said, a lot of learnings to take from this. It'll be interesting where Mattel goes in the future, and I won't drain any more of this video talking about the ring. You can watch my deep dive video earlier in the week if you want to hear more of my thoughts on the ring. But speaking of backing things, how about HasLab? How about Galactus? Galactus still going strong. I think there's about 14 days left at Galactus, and it's pretty slow. It didn't take off like the Sentinel, and I don't know if I've talked about that. I probably have, but the Sentinel, everybody points to the Sentinel of last year like, wow, and the Razor Crest, wow, that's what these would do. That's what the ring was going to do. That's what Galactus was going to do. And it was just a moment in the time. You got to think back, COVID, everybody had money coming from the government. They had extra funds going on. Mandalorian madness was in full swing. And guess what? The Sentinel, Army Builder Supreme. People were buying multiples of the Sentinel. Galactus, not an army builder. A very key, important character to the Marvel Legends, Marvel Universe. You got to have Galactus in your collection, but it's not quite an army builder. People aren't buying multiples. I'm buying one. I bought one. That's all I need. I don't need 2 or 3 Galactuses in my collection. I don't know who has space for that at the end of the day. But I think it'll get there. I just don't think we're going to get any of the stretch goals with Galactus. I think that's going to be a challenge. But who knows? We saw this ring really light fire the last couple of days. Maybe Galactus will do the same thing. Fingers crossed, because, hey, the more people that back, the more free things the backers get. So we're all in. But the segue to Galactus goes into the segue of Hasbro Pulse this week on the Hasbro YouTube channel. We had our Marvel Legends crew on there, and they were talking all things Fantastic Four this week with a little bit of X-Force, and we'll talk about both of them. But with Galactus, you need some people for Galactus to fight. You need to build that environment, build that display. And yes, we've got Fantastic Four figures in the past, but now we got a whole new wave of Fantastic Four figures. We saw the Doctor Doom on the retro Fantastic Four Toy Biz inspired packaging last year. Well, this year, we're getting the Fantastic Four on that packaging, and we're also getting Psycho Man, and who's the other guy? Let me think. High Evolutionary. It took me a while. Going through that mental Rolodex. High Evolutionary, which is a pretty deep cut character in Fantastic Four. He's not quite Galactus. He's not quite Doctor Doom. Not even quite Psycho Man. Where's Mole Man? That's what I want, though. Mole Man would have been the good one. But we're getting that whole wave coming this fall. All the usual places. Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. Support the channel. Pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. But it's very cool to go along with our Galactus. But the thing is, Galactus doesn't ship till a year plus from now. So you're going to have this Fantastic Four wave. They're going to have to sit lonely without Galactus for about a year. But I guess you get the point. But very cool. I went from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs with this announcement. I was like, oh, Fantastic Four again. I already have the Walgreens Fantastic Four. I think it was it the end of last year? Time with COVID, I can't remember my time. But we had that Fantastic Four set as well. That was a regular Marvel Legends exclusive. Well, now we're getting the regular Marvel Legends. But I did like some of these things. There were enough changes there. You know, the Invisible Woman, her face sculpt's a little off. Just a little off. And, you know, it is what it is. Psycho Man and High Evolutionary look great. The Thing looks pretty good. Not a ton of meat on the bone. In the video, they did compare it to the Walgreens exclusive. And that Walgreens exclusive beats everything they've done since. It's got that nice black wash to it. So I do like that. We did see Johnny Storm and Sue, of course, Invisible Woman. But then we saw Reed Richards, which is a bit of a 2-in-1 character. As you can have him with the long fingers and stuff, or you can have him looking in his lab coat like a regular character. So I did think that was a nice little touch there. A little point of difference on a Reed Richards Mr. Fantastic figure. So all in all, I was very pleased with this set. I thought it was going to be kind of a disappointment, and I thought it looked really good. And I think it's a good set for out-of-box collectors like myself, and then in-box collectors, you get that fabulous packaging from the 90s, especially if you're a guy like me that was collecting during that time frame. It just hits you in all those nostalgia feels you want to be hit in from the Marvel Legends team. So kudos to them. But then another big announcement. This one, once again, hit me where I want to be hit. Maybe that's the beauty of collecting right now is people that are of my age, we're really at our golden point for new figures. They're really catering to us, and that goes back to, you know, people that are 35 to 55. You know, hey, they're out of school. They've got, you know, their first houses. They're married. They got stuff to do. They have extra money, and that's who the consumer they're going after. And sure, they're going after kids, but you know how kids are. Some have money, some don't care about toys. But, you know, guys like Kyle out there, they got more money than maybe some people because they're at that point in their career and their life, and that's what they're selling to. And it's smart because, hey, guess what? It's working. I pre-ordered the Fantastic Four set. I also pre-ordered, I forgot to mention, Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Go there if you want them. Invisible Woman, clear. Talk about a throwback to that old Fantastic Four Toy Biz. That was a bit of a chase figure back in the day. Pretty hard to get. But a clear Sue Storm. And then we got the Human Torch all flamed on as well. So you got two alternate Fantastic Four members there. I pre-ordered both of them as well. And then on Hasbro Pulse, so this is where I was originally going, Hasbro Pulse came up with an X-Force 3-pack. So Hasbro Pulse, you can buy this from, or the Disney Store as well. So it's a shared exclusive, very interesting there. But we got that 3-pack from X-Force. It was a way to right some wrongs. I loved that Cannonball back in the day, but a lot of people griped, hey, Cannonball doesn't have legs. Well, they gave us that same Cannonball we got before, but you can break him in half at the waist and hips, and guess what? Cannonball has his legs. So you could choose your own adventure with Cannonball, Sam Guthrie, one of my favorite X-Force members back in the day. Very happy to get that one in there. And then we got Domino, which it's the classic Domino we really needed for that X-Force team. We did get one in a Deadpool wave a while back, but it didn't quite fit that X-Force, early 90s X-Force team. And then the one that was really exciting for me was Richter. I loved Richter, that old Toy Biz one. You used to have the wind up in the back and he would kind of shake and stuff. Richter, Earthquake, you get the whole point there. But building out that X-Force team, we're still getting there. Give us Grizzly. I hope we get Grizzly one of these days. I don't know if they'll reuse the Ursa Major with a different head and a few more bells and whistles, but you got to think Grizzly's coming one of these days. But where's Gideon? Where's GW Bridge? Where's gosh, there's a bunch of them back then in that day that, you know, they've never made in Marvel Legends. I got to think those will be coming one day. So hopefully we get GW Bridge and all those guys. Comcast. I'm trying to think of other ones. Random. You guys remember these 90s X-Men, X-Force greats, villains and stuff. Hopefully we get those guys soon. I got to think we will in the next couple of years. So there was a lot going on there. And then we got an email on Thursday. If you back the Sentinel, it's, you know, it's HasLab Madness. They said, hey, the time is about here. Get ready. Get your displays ready. Get your rooms ready. Because guess what? The Sentinel is shipping by the end of September. got to think end of September, early October is probably what that means. But if you order the Sentinel, he's coming soon, about a little over a month away. You're going to have to clear some room for that guy. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I pre-ordered 4 of them. 3 or 4. I think it's 4. I think my mindset was, hey, guess what? I'll pre-order 3 for me. I'll pre-order 1 extra that I'll be able to flip and pay for the next HasLab project, which would be Galactus. So we'll see how that goes. But I still got to sell my Super 7 Snake Mountain. I got a Snake Mountain still in package I got to get rid of. So I got these big play sets of big figures building up on me. I got to start selling some of these. So if anybody needs a Snake Mountain, hit up your old boy Kyle. Hit me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. So there you go. All right, so there it is for a little back to barge type stuff, back to HasLab, back to Ring, all that kind of stuff we've been backing. But then this week, there was a lot more going on this week. That was not all the news. That was the biggest news of the week, but there was more news on top of that. So it was last week a little light on the news, this week getting back to the busyness. And this week we talked a little He-Man. We saw He-Man pictures from PowerCon coming up. Ooh, that grinds my gears because I was on the PowerCon website trying to pre-order these, never getting anywhere. And then for some reason, I didn't know they were on Big Bad Toy Store. I could have upcharged a little and bought them off there. I would have done it in a heartbeat, but for some reason, my mind didn't go there to go to Big Bad Toy Store, so I missed out. I gotta hope people are going to cancel their order when the bill starts to come. They say, oh, I don't want to spend $700 or whatever it is on these, that they'll maybe cancel their order and some more will go up and I can swoop in and get some of these PowerCon exclusives. But that Gray Skull pack, the Horde 4-pack, Duplicat and Faker, we saw all 3 of those packs in their cool packaging and all that for PowerCon that's coming in September. Oh, it just, breaks my heart that I missed out on those. But hopefully one way I get them. Right now on eBay, people are selling them for just ridiculous prices. There's no way I'm paying those. And we've seen in the past, these things will kind of be re-released with maybe some different shadings, some different changes, stuff like that. So I'll get them one way or the other, but hopefully they go back up on BBTS and I can grab my own set. Link in the description below, as I always say. We also saw, and I don't know, rumors, leaks out there from foreign websites and stuff, but it sounds like we're getting a lot more Origins figures coming our way. A lot of people are questioning, is the line done? Is it staying? Is it going away? It seems to be all systems go, at least if these pre-orders from overseas are to be believed. But it looks like we're going to get Stridor, the cool horse, mechanical horse. Fisto always rode it in my old collection as a kid. We're getting Sunman, which is, there's an interesting story with that Sunman. Maybe we'll talk about that when we unbox him whenever he comes one day. Terraclaws, Skeletor, Flying Fist, He-Man, Buzz-Off, Clawful, a lot of figures coming down the pike. I gotta think those will be officially announced probably at PowerCon. We're, a couple of weeks away from that. They'll probably make all those announcements then. So it's a little bit of a spoiler possibly, but who knows? You never know if you can believe these things or not. But much more to come on the He-Man Masters of the Universe Origins lines in the next few weeks. And I have to think sometime in the next few weeks, we're going to see the Revelation Series 2 figures starting to hit. Revelation Series 1 starting to hit Walmarts and Targets. Target's pretty heavy this week if you saw my figure hunting video. I'm a little worried about those Revelations figures. They're not flying off the shelves in my area like I assumed they would. So that tells me they're not for everybody. The Origins outside of Skeletor and He-Man fly pretty quick. Revelations not flying as quick as Mattel or myself would like, I would say. So we'll see what the future of that line looks like. I wonder if it'll only be like a 4-set series or if it'll keep going. I don't know. Time will tell, that's for sure. Wrestling news this week, a few things here. Zombie Sailor with his weekly announcement, his weekly signing. He signed Deathmatch King Nick Gage. That's a figure that's not for everybody. I'm sure I'll end up picking it up. I think I'm all in on Zombie Sailor. I'll buy all his stuff, I think. But yeah, Nick Gage, not for everybody. Will there be a bloody variant edition? Who knows what happens there. But Nick Gage all over the place. AEW, Game Changer Wrestling, of course. He's been everywhere the last few weeks. A lot to talk about with Nick Gage. Then Chella Toys. They seem to have a weekly announcement as well. They announced Tangaloa. Now, Haku's son, I don't follow New Japan Pro Wrestling, not since the 90s, really. There's only so much time, guys, and I barely have any as it goes right now. So I don't watch New Japan. I don't follow New Japan. Apparently, he's over there. Haku's son, I'm all in on Haku, as you guys know. Makes sense. We're getting Haku figures from them. I'm sure he helped sign their son. But for you guys that are interested in that, Chella Toys coming in hot with Tangaloa. And then we did see a leaked image of Unrivaled Series 7. I have to think those are coming pretty soon. I mean, there's basically going to be 2 wrestling figure sets a month between AEW, Mattel, and all the different lines there. getting this channel backed up. Like I said, I haven't been able to do Elite 87 in order. It's been such a busy time with figure releases. But Nyla Rose Series 7, the in-packaged images leaked of that this week. So usually when those start leaking, you got to know things are coming pretty soon. I just hope that Ringside Collectibles continues to get them ahead of retail. If retail and Ringside are getting them at the same time, for a guy like me that's in the stores as much as I am, I'd probably rather save some money and buy them straight off of the pegs. I mean, it's a cheaper option for somebody, and in the figure game, every dollar counts. Got to get a deal, a wise man once said. So we'll see. That's going to be the testing point, because we saw Unrivaled Series 6 hit about retail the same time as Ringside. We saw Unmatched Series 1 hit the same time as Ringside. So interesting dynamics there. I'm not sure how that could go with some of the global shipping challenges that have been going on. Maybe that's a part of it. I'm not exactly sure, but something to definitely stay tuned to. Star Wars figures this week. We saw in-package images of the vintage collection Anton Merrick and his X-Wing. I don't know. And that leads me to the next Star Wars tidbit here, as rumors got out from the entertainment earths and stuff, reached out to people with pre-orders, people that buy from stores, that, hey, they are taking a price increase on Star Wars toys, going from $20 to $25. I am nowhere surprised at that. Everything's going up in price. I've been talking about it on the channel for the last year. Guys, just wait till the fall. Things are going to get crazy, and we're already seeing it. Gas prices through the roof. Grocery prices are going through the roof. September 1st, you should see a ton of that. I'm big time involved in that for the United States, I guess we'll say, in grocery prices for something you guys probably eat every single day. So I tell you, it's going to be rough. And you think, okay, I'm paying an extra $1 for a package of cookies, an extra $1 for a loaf of bread. Oh, big deal. Well, when everything's going up that $1, that all adds up, and every one of your figures going up $5, a set of 6 just became $30 more expensive to you. That eats in. That's more than an extra figure, and you got to draw the line somewhere. And we all vote with our wallets, just like those back the ring back stuff. You got to tell the Mattels, tell Hasbro, tell NECA, whoever you want. You can vote and with your wallet and tell them what you want to do, that I'm not paying this price. But it's not greedy corporations. It's none of that. It's, hey, the price of transportation. It's so hard to get truck drivers. It's so hard to get plastics. It's so hard to get ingredients. I can tell you my job, they're flying private planes moving ingredients around because it's getting down to that low a supply. And it's crazy. Taking a private plane across the country just to drop off some ingredients. It's crazy. We're living in crazy, unprecedented times. What will your wallet take? It's just really an interesting world. It's a lot more than just figures out there right now with some of these price increases. And I don't foresee it getting any better. My early intel, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for 2022. I think there's going to be another price increase in 2022. Will we see the day of the $20 price point moving to $30? I'm worried that it might be in 2022. I sure hope not. But guys, everything I'm seeing, and I'm a part of it every day in my business life, it's getting ugly. It's going to get really ugly, and you got to ask yourself where you're going to draw the line. Myself, I'm already looking. Do I need any more 3 and 3/4 Star Wars figures? I don't think I really do. I got about 5 boxes still unboxed in our daily Star Wars unboxings. I think I'm going to pump the brakes on the 3 and 3/4 unless we got an Ewok in there, or we get a first time in the line figure or something like that. But how many more Luke Skywalkers do I need? How many of that kind of stuff? I love 3 and 3/4 Star Wars, but my bread and butter is the 6-inch these days. 3 and 3/4 was my kid time. So I think what I'm doing, voting with my wallet, I'm telling you know what, all these price increases, I'm dropping out of the 3 and 3/4 game as far as 99% of new stuff coming out. That's one way I could put those funds towards Marvel Legends, wrestling figures, stuff like that. We all got to cut the line somewhere. Nobody has infinite amount of money, I wouldn't think. Maybe somebody does. So that's where I'm thinking of going, and we'll see. I mean, do I jump in that WWE Superstars line? Origins going away. The Masters of the Universe WWE Origin figures are going away. Maybe I don't start that Superstars line. I don't know. But we all got to look deep inside and see where we want to cut bait and run. And some of you guys have probably already done that. So I'd be interested to hear in the comments what you guys are thinking about this inflation. What are your plans for the future? Or have you put your head in the sand and just don't want to imagine it coming? But trust me, it is. And I think it's going to get a whole lot worse the back half of the year and into 2022. So let me get off my business soapbox. So there you go. We also saw this week more Mortal Kombat McFarlane figures. It's been kind of a lull since we got these Mortal Kombat McFarlane figures. We hadn't seen anything for a while, and then bam, all of a sudden, I want to say it was Wednesday, I got the email from Big Bad Toy Store that we've got the Joker. Yes, DC's the Joker. I think I knew he was in Mortal Kombat. I think there was a TV commercial with him in there. I remember saying, oh, Batman's in here, and oh my gosh, Joker's in there. So I'm sure we'll get Batman eventually, but we're getting Joker. I don't know. I think there's better Jokers out there, but I'll probably end up picking that up if I see it in person. We're also getting a Shao Kahn Platinum Edition. Not enough meat on the bone. I made that decision long ago. I'm not going to buy all these crazy repaints of these characters. And then we're getting Liu Kang again. Bruce Lee version. Looking like a young Bruce Lee, Liu Kang. Probably pass on that guy as well. And then we're getting Kotal Khan. I got to think he's from Shao Kahn's race. I'm not familiar with the character at all. But we're getting his figure as well. And I'll definitely probably pick that one up. So a little Mortal Kombat news. I'm not sure exactly when those are shipping, but probably sooner rather than later. McFarlane always pumping stuff out, as you guys know. I got to find that Violator and probably Clown from his new Spawn set. That Violator, that speaks to me. You guys know what I love. I love a big figure. I love a big monster. That hits me in my wheelhouse. So I'm going to look for those. Those have been hitting targets. So hopefully in my next couple of weeks figure hunting, I'll come across those bad boys. We also got some NECA news this week from Ninja Turtles. We saw April O'Neil. Some of you guys watching this probably already got your April O'Neil figure. I think I didn't get mine yet. Spoiler alert for weekly purchases. But I think it's because I went in hard to get the autographed edition. So there was people that went to sign up. If you just wanted the regular edition and you didn't try for the autographed one, you probably got your regular April O'Neil already. If you tried for the autograph one, which I ended up getting, it's not coming for a while. After I got that, I went back in and got the regular one. And I think that's probably put you in the race there. Probably at the back of the bus for that is my guess. But you guys can tell me in the comments below. But yeah, I'm still waiting for my April. I'm not too concerned about it. I got so much stuff to unbox and get to. I'm okay waiting on that one a little longer. But then we also got an unfortunate email this week. We got a great email about the Sentinel come at the end of September, but then we got one from NECA saying, hey, the loot crate's been delayed. No shock. NECA, I think loot crates have always been delayed, at least all the ones I've been a part of, but it's been delayed at least another month. So it sounds like that Danny, was that King Shark, and gosh, I already forgot the cartoon guy's name. He's kind of a 2-in-1 figure, but a D-level character, but we're getting those probably towards the back half of the year, starting in the end of September and then through, you know, they come about every month or every 2 months or whatever it is. So be on the lookout for those out there. And then the final piece of news, which was interesting to me, but it's a hard pass for me, but I got the Big Bad Toy Store alert. A lot of good alerts from Big Bad Toy Store alerting me to stuff I didn't know was available when you get their email. Link in the description below, as I always say. But reaction figures, you guys know I collect the not the Iron Maiden, the Motorhead reaction figures, but Iron Maiden, they're coming out with a bunch of them, but they're basically repaints, but they're all glow-in-the-dark versions. Easy pass for me, but very cool for you metalheads out there that collect the Iron Maiden ones. I'd love to, but I just don't know where I would put all those. And I'm not a huge reaction figure. I just feel like it's not what I'm looking for. But you guys know I'm a sucker for anything Motorhead. I'm going to buy everything and anything Motorhead that comes my way. So I'll pick the Motorhead ones up, and I'm passing on the Iron Maiden ones. So there it is. A lot of news this week. A lot going on in the news department. A lot of fun stuff. We should all be patted on our back, all a round of applause, whatever you want to call it, for getting that ring to 5,000. If that didn't succeed, I just don't think we'd ever get anything like that again. So kudos to everybody out there that stepped up and got after that. I hope I was a small part in helping that get along. But yeah, we'll all get our ring about a year from now. So we'll all enjoy, we'll all do an unboxing video together when that time comes. So there you go, there's the news of the week. And how about album of the week? And album of the week takes me back to 1996. Some of you guys, it might take you back to 1970, because that's when it was originally released. We're talking about All Things Must Pass. George Harrison, the greatest Beatle of all time. You're never going to win an argument with me. I love George Harrison. The 90s, my teen years was all about the Beatles, all about George Harrison. He had Black Sabbath, Faith No More, Iron Maiden, Motorhead. You know how that goes. But I love the Beatles. I don't talk them, I don't rep them a ton, but I always say that's the foundation you got to have, and you appreciate everything that comes from there, because you can always see, oh, Iron Maiden took a little of this, or somebody took a little bit of that. A lot of it started at the Beatles, and George Harrison was my favorite Beatle by far. Absolutely love George Harrison. All Things Must Pass, a tremendous album. Some people like that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. They don't like the old Phil Spector Wall of Sound. I don't mind it. I love it. But this new box set that was released, I'm sure you can stream it on any streaming sites, or you can buy the deluxe edition out there. But amazing. It comes with all the demos, outtakes, of course, the original album. Strong sell on All Things Must Pass. Absolutely love everything about that album, especially the outtakes. Some of you guys know I'm a big music guy, especially bootleg CDs back in the day. I was all the rage. I'll never forget getting in 1995 on cassette tape from a guy in Germany. He gave me the All Things Must Pass outtakes, and I had my Walkman, and I was 14, 15 years old listening to those, and I just thought it was the craziest thing ever. All the studio banter, all the different versions, some outtake songs that never got released. Well, they're all in this box set, cleaned up, sound amazing. It is definitely worth checking out. If you haven't heard that album in a long time, definitely check it out again. I just absolutely love it. It's one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time, so I'm very happy to get a deluxe box set of All Things Must Pass. So there you go. There's 34 minutes of me talking straight without taking a drink or taking a break. How do I do it? How do I do it? But anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. Another busy week this week, as it's been the last few weeks. Seems like everything is hitting right now, and that makes sense because Walmart, Target's resetting all the aisles, putting all this new stock out for the fall. We'll have another reset, I think, at the end of October, a little Christmas time reset, but that'll be about it. But a lot of new stuff hitting, and it's being shown here in weekly purchases. So a lot of good unboxings coming to the channel. As usual, make sure you're subscribed, notification bell on, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's start it off. How about the Walmart exclusive John F. Walker Captain America? This shipped this week, and what do you know, I ended up getting 2 of these. Pro tip out there at Walmart, always, if you're only looking for one thing, buy 2 of the same one if you can, and then next time you go to Walmart, you can take one back, but this is a way so you can get free shipping at least. I say it all the time, spend your money on your figures, not your shipping. So there you go. But I got John Walker times 2, and I'll probably end up taking one of them back, but there you go. Speaking of resets, speaking of clearance season, look what I ended up picking up. The old Ghost Popper, Ghostbusters. Now this one brings me back to Christmas in the 80s, or maybe it was 89, 88, somewhere like that. I got this Ghost Popper for Christmas, $8.94 on clearance. I couldn't pass this up. I'm going to have so much fun opening this up and terrorizing my kids, my dogs, everybody else. This is going to be my weapon of choice, and I'm going to be blasting everybody in the house. Probably break in my bedroom when my wife's sleeping and start firing away at her as well. But we're going to have some fun with the old Ghost Popper. Going to party like it's the 80s all over again. So the Ghost Popper through the door this week. Now I got a big one. Big one via Target coming through on pre-order as well. Obadiah Stane and the Ironmonger. Big mechanical figure, the Ironmonger. This one looks pretty solid to me. I can't wait to unbox this one. Big figure to the 10th degree. Big figure. Big expensive figure too. That's an expensive pack out there. So that did come through this week. And then today, right before I started filming, via Amazon.com, didn't even know this was coming out. I guess it's an exclusive 2021 Summer Convention Limited Edition. I'm not a Funko guy, but there's a few that catch my eye. Werewolf Captain America, that was a big arc in the 90s for me when I was in my height of comic book reading time. I loved it when Captain America turned into a werewolf. I got the Marvel Legends version. I saw this. I said, for 10 bucks, I gotta have this. Wolverine was also a part of that series, if you guys remember back to that. But yeah, came from Amazon. It came in a massive box. It came in one of those Funko Pop boxes, little cardboard that fit them, and then a gigantic box in there just thrown in there. Looks in good shape to me, though, so it was very interesting how they shipped that one, so that was funny. How about some basics? Amazon, I think I posted a link on my Amazon this week, or on my social media, that's SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. They had Shawn Michaels from Series 119, or was it 120? 118, whatever, bald Shawn Michaels. He was only $8. And Lacey Evans was also $8. And I said, for $8, it doesn't hurt. Free shipping, you know how that works. I like to pay next to nothing for my basics. I will never upcharge, buy a basic. That's just not going to happen. But then speaking of basics, if you saw my figure hunt this week, I came across Old Bailey SummerSlam. Caught me in a weak moment on a Saturday morning, seeing something shiny and new. And speaking of shiny and new, how about Silver Surfer Rey Mysterio? I just said, you know what, I'm picking up Bailey, I'm picking up Rey Mysterio. This is a horrible, god-awful figure. I don't know why I picked this up. Part of me wanted to just do a video comparing this to the Jax version. The Jax version blows this one away, if you ask me, but maybe I'll do a video on that, maybe I won't, but I just figured, you know what, it's goofy enough, it's weird enough. I enjoy goofy and weird in my basics, so I picked it up. That's exactly what I did, so there you go. Got Rey. How about, all right, where do we go from here? Let's see. Major Wrestling Figure Podcast card of the month. Let's see what I ended up getting. Did I get a chase? Did I get a variant? Did I get an autograph? Did I get anything? We'll see here. I'm going to open it up as we do every month on camera. Let's see. Oh, we got multiple cards in here. Multiple cards. That's it. See you later. What do we get? Okay. Live 3. Best Wishes Bar and Grill from Live 3. So there's that. Not a big card guy, I gotta be honest. And I just got a regular VSK card. So there you go. No autographs, no nothing like that. Just a plain Jane Kyle this month. So there you go. We did get that through the door. How about the big one this week? This was the one I was on the hunt for in my figure hunting videos. A lot of you guys probably got these off your Target app. I just don't have the Target app on my phone. It's on my wife's phone, so if she can find them, hey, it's great. But you guys know me. I'm a guy that loves the thrill of the hunt. I love being in the stores. I love chasing down things. I really should just get online more for my figures because guess what? It saves you a ton of time. Saves you all that hunting around and stuff. But I've been hunting since I was a little kid. It's part of what I do. I enjoy it. I also, in my business world, I need to be in these stores to see what's going on. I need the flow of the consumer traffic. I need to see how the stores are going, how the selling's going, how takeaway is, what the flow is going. All that business stuff nobody cares about. So I do enjoy hitting the stores. And you guys saw this week, got old Macho Man Randy Savage. I came across him later in the week, but early in the week, that old outlaw, he climbed on his horse and came on in, and he found this Macho Man for me. So I did get, well, old outlaw Waylon Jennings found this Macho Man for me. But you know me, I have to find everything myself. Even if I already have it, I got to find it. It's just, you got to do it for yourself. And that's what I did. I found this, and it was witnessed on weekly purchases. Old Dougie, local collector, he did come hot with this Big John stud. He had an extra and hooked me up with it, so very nice of him. I haven't seen this in the stores yet, so hopefully I find Big John stud very soon. Can't wait to open up Big John stud. He was a childhood favorite of mine, which seems crazy to some people, but I love big figures. I love big wrestlers. Big John stud, it fits, huh? There you go. Then one I found too, I was very lucky, I found Bam Bam Bigelow. Gotta love a little Bam Bam Bigelow, of course. Looking only like he can look with the ECW title, so I was happy to find Bam Bam. Just need to find Scott Hall. Where's Last Call Scott Hall? Hopefully tonight, tomorrow. Sounds like he's hitting my area now, so I would assume next week, weekly purchases, we'll have Scott Hall in that, so be prepared for that. Then we got the old cream of the crop. Old Macho Man Randy Savage Chase. Found 2 of these this week, if you can believe that. But got both of my Macho Man anxieties done and over with. So that was a very happy day. A very happy day to have that done. And then, what do we get here? From old Phil Gentile, the old Fig Cave podcast. Hit him up on Twitter. Cave Fig, I believe, on Twitter. The Fig Cave on Instagram. Of course, podcasts, wherever you find him. I've been on his show before, so make sure you support that. And check him out for all things wrestling and all that. But he sent this through the mail this week. Got to always check, make sure there's nothing else in there. See you later. Some stickers. Fig Cave stickers. So there you go right there. Looks the old NFL logo. Fig Cave. And the Fig Cave. There's the old logo. Look for that. But make sure you follow him on Twitter, subscribe to his podcast, all kinds of fun stuff like that for all kinds of wrestling news and even NFL news. If you're into the NFL, he's doing all kinds of talk about that as well. So check out the Fig Cave podcast. All right, well, let me clean this to the side as I almost knock everything over. Let me clean this to the side, and we'll start part 2 of weekly purchases. All right, weekly purchases continue. Like I said, guys, it's a busy week this week, and this week I did find a little costume action. I saw these for $10. I could not pass them up. Hit your local Party City store up, as they got the Macho Man sunglasses for under $10. I think it was like $8.99, something like that. But I'm going to open them up right now. Heck, maybe I'll wear them the rest of weekly purchases. What do you think about that? Pull that off. You can't beat costume sunglasses, especially Macho Man costume sunglasses. Hopefully for one of these days, I'll get that full Ultimate Warrior outfit, and I'll start wearing that. I'll start living life as the Ultimate Warrior. Macho Man Randy Savage right there. See you later. Plastic. See you later. Get out of here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. I almost look like the Macho Man with this crazy hair. I actually even got a haircut this week. My first haircut in over a year. How about that? Can I wear these out in public? I think I can, especially with this Hawaiian shirt. I got my boy Lemmy on his own Hawaiian shirt. I'm living the life as the Macho Man a little bit. Elizabeth. I guess she only answers to Angie, but that's unfortunate. But I'm going to wear these the rest of the show. Why not? Let's go through. Let's keep going with weekly purchases. G.I. Joe Classified Mania this week. Hopefully you guys checked out the review on the channel. My boy Roadblock. One of the most iconic G.I. Joe characters of all time, Roadblock. A lot of you collectors finally got the Roadblock you've been looking for after all these years. 2 years? I don't know how many years it's been, but the Roadblock everybody wanted started shipping from Amazon this week. I got my 2 for the one I unboxed, and here's my mint on card one. Unfortunately, I know some of you guys, I feel bad for you, because a lot of them got delayed. I don't know what's going on. I hope those aren't canceled. I hope you guys can all get your Roadblock out there. We'll see what happens there. But then G.I. Joe the movie, Snake Eyes Mania hitting. I have not seen that Snake Eyes movie yet. It sounds like nobody really liked it. It didn't perform very well at the box office. We talk about it all the time. I love G.I. Joe the best. That's my favorite. A lot of people say, oh, G.I. Joe, Marvel, Star Wars. I say it all the time. We're kidding ourselves if we think G.I. Joe's up there with Marvel and Star Wars. And we saw that with the Snake Eyes box office results and probably the action figure results. And I don't know what's going on. They're slowly trickling to Targets and Walmarts right now, the new classified Snake Eyes figures. Those things were made like a year ago. They were sitting in a warehouse to launch around the movie. Now the movie's out. It's been out a couple of weeks, and you can't even find these things. They're finally starting to hit stores. Just bad timing all around, unfortunately. But that old outlaw Waylon Jennings and Amazon coming through this week, and I ended up finding a lot of these figures, like I said, through Amazon and that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. Number 19, the Baroness. I got my mint on card and my one to unbox. Part of me said, why do I want one of these on card? I don't even really like these figures a whole lot. I mean, a G.I. Joe figure is better than no G.I. Joe figure, but these aren't my favorite figures ever. And like I said, I haven't seen the movie. Maybe I'll see the movie and I'll fall in love with them. But, you know, they follow the classified numbering, which I think is just stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. I'd rather see these have no numbers to them because they're movie figures and they're not part of this Roadblock line. I don't know, that's me. But I got 2 Baronesses. And then I ended up getting 2 Storm Shadows. 2 Storm Shadows, which once again, this isn't the Storm Shadow anybody wants. It's so weird. We keep getting all these weird versions of Storm Shadow, but we just need that classic white one of these days. Got 2 Storm Shadows. And then I was supposed to get 2 Snake Eyes, but Amazon messed up. They sent me a Baroness and a Snake Eyes when it should have been 2 Snake Eyes. So I got to take this Baroness back. Just swimming in Baronesses. I don't need all these Baronesses. What is going on in this world? Snake Eyes and Baroness, so there you go. So I do got these. I'm still missing, what is it, Scarlet and Jinx, but apparently everything I've heard, they're not shipping till this fall, so I don't know what's going on there. It's such a weird, I don't know, these are probably worth $1 million one day because nobody could get them and nobody ever saw them. Who knows? Who knows? And then finally, weekly purchases coming to an end. Hopefully next week it's just Scott Hall and that's it. It's the shortest weekly purchases of all time. I can't keep up with all these unboxings. We got so many to unbox, and it'll be a big unboxing week again this week. But we did this week come across Super Shredder Part 3. Will there be a Part 4? Will there be a Part 5? Who knows? Walmart exclusive Super Shredder. Old Dougie, he found this week and got this out to me. So we'll review this on the channel. We're going to have to do all kinds of comparisons on the channel for this one, as we're going to definitely have, we got the 2 before. So we're going to see if there's enough meat on the bones for all of us, if we like this, if this is a hard pass or what. I got to think this is in lower quantities than some of the other ones, just because how many shredders do people need? I don't know. How many are you going to make, as I always say. But that's it. But I am still on the search for the NECA Casey Jones. I do still need to find that one. So I guess there's another thing I'm looking at besides Scott Hall, and I'm still trying to find Slug, Slag, the Transformer. There's a few things dangling out there, and I got to think Ringside's going to come in with Unrivaled Series 7, maybe Elite 88 fairly soon, and then we'll see about that. And Cactus Jack, he's got to be shipping soon from Ringside. So there's still some stuff to come, but hopefully this round of resets and all that, the majority of the stuff is behind me, and I can take a little break and look towards the future. There you go. So there it is, another big weekly purchases this week. You guys in the comments, let me know what you picked up. Let me know if you backed the ring, any thoughts on the ring, any thoughts on Galactus. A lot of news at the top of the show here, so let me know your thoughts on some of that news. Let me know your weekly pickups, all that fun stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, of course. Tell a friend. Give it the old retweet on Twitter. Let's keep growing the channel. Let's get to 9,000 here in the next couple of weeks, and then let's march towards 10,000. Let's do that Ultimate Warrior Top 10. Let's do some giveaways. Let's do some Q&As. Let's do all kinds of fun stuff on the channel. We'll get there at 10,000, and we'll let you guys steer the ship on some of that stuff, so stay tuned for that. And then follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com, your best way to support the channel. Pick up a t-shirt, get your old Turtle Anxiety or See You Later t-shirt. So there it is for weekly purchases. I'm the Macho Man Kyle Peterson. See you guys all real soon.